Okay, so short film, The Interrogation of Olivia Donovan, written and directed by Carl Mackenzie, is a atmospheric, harrowing tale about a man arrested under suspicion of abducting a child. The story starts off with that as its kind of initial entryway, but then moves on to something separate in a way. It's actually to do with the wife of said arrestee, the titular character Olivia Donovan. So two investigators, one is a policeman and another person, Eva Pope plays a character who is a psychologist, go to visit Olivia Donovan, played by Ellie Pascal, and find out essentially what she knows about her husband and her activities. It's kind of the setup, that's what we're given. There is actually a lot more to it, there's a lot more twists, there's a lot more kind of that goes on that I don't really want to give that away. It's definitely worth watching yourself, find out what kind of happens there. So I won't go too much more into the plot. So Eva Pope, as mentioned, and Christian Solomino play these two investigators, have this kind of buddy cop style setup, but not in the kind of comedy sense. I mean, there is some dark comedy there, but it's more in line with something like a Scandinavian style drama, like a kind of television series like The Killing, something like that, maybe The Bridge, where you've got two characters obviously talented at what they do, and there is definitely a huge chemistry there, but they're slightly different in the way that they approach things. For example, Eva Pope's character is very understanding, compassionate, and caring. I think through maybe the expertise that she has as a psychologist, she's approaching this quite tough situation in a very different way to Solomino's character, who doesn't really appreciate maybe the gravity of it and isn't as understanding, slightly bullish at times, but still very engaging and compelling. You like him as a character. It's just that his approach is at odds maybe with Eva Pope's, but together they actually make quite a formidable duo. One of the things which I took from this film actually was that their relationship could just be developed so much more. There's so many more stories that could happen with these two characters at the helm. The performances from those two are actually really, really great, so strong, and they bring a lot to the film. And then the titular character of Olivia Donovan, played by Ellie Pascal. Pascal is amazing. She deals with the kind of the depths of her character really well, alongside like I said, the twisty turny plot. I mean, it's difficult to really sort of mention much about this without spoiling it, but there's so much to her character that she goes through, and things that she has to convey using really only facial expressions or nuanced kind of body movement. And then as she's given more and more depth, like in terms of script and things, then it kind of goes from there into something just phenomenal. It's such a compelling piece. Carl Mackenzie, I actually met up with him and spoke to him about the film. He wanted to write something about this kind of this subject matter, but also do it in a way that didn't feel like you knew what was coming and you could already see the outcome. I mean, there's always kind of like a dramatic irony when you're watching a story like this, because you feel like, okay, well, because I can see all of the perspectives and all of the narrative, I understand what's going on, but that you really don't with this film. There's a lot more to it than that. There's also an interesting kind of mixture. Like I mentioned the Scandinavian drama, because that's the only real genre that would fit a story like this. You couldn't do this in any other way, because you need that kind of bleak, cold tone to the film, and I think Mackenzie really captures that. They invested in a grader who does the tone of the film aesthetically in a way that it feels encompassing in a really formidable kind of way. It's quite haunting at times, and it's really tense, mega tense, like throughout. That's actually complemented really well by the score. I think it's by a guy called Derek Kirkup, who captured that journey that the character's going on, but in a way that never, ever bumped you out of the drama, because it'd be so easy to do that with a kind of harsh score or something that was just kind of over the top, whereas there was like a kind of hauntingness to the instruments we use, like sort of plucking sounds, and it very much stayed on this kind of level enough to really draw you into the drama without removing you from what was going on. So yeah, hats off to the composer there. Overall, it's a film that stands out to me as being a fantastic achievement in terms of delivering a drama in a film and television kind of way, and that's difficult. It's difficult to get that balance, because in a short film you're very much going for instant engagement, instant kind of gratification, if you will. You need to care about these characters so quickly, whereas in a television show it's almost a given that you're going to get, say, 6 episodes, maybe 12, maybe 24, to understand the full picture, that you allow yourself to approach it slowly, and you don't need to pick up on every single kind of nuance and stuff. So to do a story like this that uses both genres is really kind of, you know, impressive, and I think Mackenzie's done very, very well. I do believe there's some hints of that this might get developed further. I don't really want to go into that because, you know, no idea. But if it does, I, for one, will be definitely checking it out. I want to see more from these two characters, even Olivia Donovan as well, if they managed to do something that kind of kept that in there. But I don't want to spoil anything in terms of how that happens. But yeah, definitely, if you get a chance to check it out, do. I don't think it's available for watching at the moment. If it is, we'll check it up on the film channel. But yeah, that's The Interrogation of Olivia Donovan, short film by Carl Mackenzie.